Okay, so you've finished your cutout. You've got all the brood mounted into frames. You know, how do you put it back together? Maybe you've caught the queen and caged her. Maybe you haven't, but if you have, that's a good thing. So basically, you shut off your vacuum, take it out, unbuckle it. You pull the top piece off. Now you can take your frames that have your brood either tied in, or if you've got the swarm removal frames that are the book style, you just put them in here. Fill the remainder of the space with empty frames. If you've caught the queen, you can release her, and then you put your top back on. So what you have is, you have all the bees that you sucked up through your removal down in this bottom box. You have a number 8 piece of hardware cloth preventing them from getting back up to the brood and perhaps the queen. So what you do is you strap it back together. Fire it up one more time. Put your vac back on. In fact, you could probably do this before you had taken it apart. But fire the vac back up, and while it's running, pull your suction hose out. Once again, remember the bees can't get out. You don't have to worry about squishing them or killing them. Put your cover back on. Shut your vac off. Remove it. You already got it cinched. Remove your top cover plate. And now I'm just going to turn this around so you can see it a little bit better. So now the top is fully ventilated. You can see the number 8 hardware, so there's no worry about them overheating and transporting them home. You got your bees all down here, your brood and queen up here perhaps, and you just take and you slowly pull the number 8 hardware cloth out. Sometimes I like to, go 2/3 of the way and just let it sit for a few minutes, because the bees are going to all rush up back to the brood and to the queen. And so towards the end, you don't crush them. Just let them come up for a few minutes. Get yourself a beverage, relax, and then come back. And you can slowly, when you get to the very end, just slowly pull it out. And now you have your bees all migrating from the bottom back up to the brood and queen. Take a load this on the truck and take it to your bee yard. When you get to your bee yard, you decide to stand this hive is going to be on, and you set it down. You can throw a migratory or telescoping cover right over the top. You basically open your entrance, and you are good to let them go and leave them a day, overnight, a couple days. I mean, you're not stressing them out. They're getting used to their new home. They'll actually, if there's any debris on the bottom board, a lot of times they'll clean it out. But give them a few days to get settled in, and then you obviously want to go back in and make sure the queen is laying. But what's nice, once again, about this design is you don't have to disturb them once you get them back to the bee yard. You just open the door and let them be. So then in a couple days, when you want to come back and you want to get your bee vac parts back out and let the hive continue on its stand, just remove the strap. You got a couple options here. But normally I would just move the strap, and if you have a helper, you can just pick up, pull out the bottom back, put your bottom board in there, and set it back down. If you're like me and working by yourself most of the time, I usually just slide the hive over, lay the new bottom board where the vac was, leave the top piece on, pick up my top super that has the brood and the bees, set it right down on the bottom board. There's my cutout shim and my empty super on the bottom. Take them back with me, along with the bottom to the bee vac goes home with me. Now this is sitting on its new bottom board. You can pull it off, see if your queen is laying, check it out, put your lid on it, and leave. But the nice part is, when you do this, it doesn't have to be the same day or same night. A lot of times I get home and it's dark and dusk, and the last thing I want to do is have to go out and mess with the bees. Okay, so we just went through a couple scenarios of using the Bushkill Bee Vac for swarms or for cutouts. It's still quite early here, so the weather's not good to do removals yet, but once the weather gets nice and I do my first removal, I will make sure to video the job using the Bee Vac so you get a better idea. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to stop by and let me know. beevac.com.